Good evening, Toastmaster, ladies and gentlemen. What if I said to you, it's not what you eat, it's what's eating you. It's not what you eat, it's what's eating you. Now, I have 3 facts to back up that statement. But first, I want to tell you a story. When I was in the height of my holistic counseling, I got a very unusual phone call from a client, and he said, I don't understand why I've eaten so healthy my whole life, I only grow organic foods, and I've just been diagnosed with stomach cancer. And I stopped and thought about it, because every conversation about illness or disease is multi-layer and it's very complex. But I wanted to get my client to see and experience a broader understanding of how he got here. So I asked him very casually, have you ever considered it's not really what you eat, it's what's eating you in your life in the long run? And he said, no one's ever said that to me or asked me that question. And after our conversation, I started to think a lot about illness, healing, health. And I came up with these 3 facts that will support it's not what you're eating, it's what's eating you. I believe that words are vibratory frequencies with coding that is divinely imprinted. And our job is to decode those words to be able to understand a little more deeply what is going on. So on the table you'll find a piece of paper. We're going to play the game of decoding. And you'll see that there's a word earth with a circle around it. I would like you to all take your pens, your crayons, and you're going to take the H, put it in front of the E, and you will have a new word on the bottom of your page that ends with a T. Who can tell me what that word is?
Heart.
Heart. And then I want you to draw a heart around that word. We are on a heart planet. We are here to be in touch with our feelings first and foremost. Now we're going to go a little deeper into the decoding game. If you take a look at the word heart, the root word of heart is here. So underline here in heart. And to go even deeper into the vortex, we're going to circle, you're going to circle the ear in earth and in heart. We're here to listen from our hearts. Fact number 2. Did you know that the very first master nervous system that is developed in us as a fetus at 21 days, which is exactly 3 weeks, is the heart nervous system, not the brain, which everybody thinks is the master nervous system. It's not. And not only that, but the heart initiates the response first and then sends a signal to the brain. How do we know this? Fact number 3. The HeartMath Institute has been studying the brain and heart connection for the last 25 years. And in their initial studies, what they did was, their experimentations, they sat participants in front of a computer and they showed them 3 images, a neutral, a beautiful, and a violet piece of image. And what they discovered is when the people saw the neutral pictures, they hooked them up to EEG machines and EKG machines. And what they discovered was when they saw the neutral pictures, the wave pattern was pretty unresponsive. Then they showed the beautiful photographs, and it was created, the patterns of both the EKG and the EEG were balanced, responsive. They called them coherent waves. And then they showed the violent pictures, and they were jagged and irregular and very, very specific. And they called those wave patterns incoherent waves. So not only did the Institute find out that there were 3 very distinct wave patterns going on in response to stimuli, but they found that the heart monitor registered 6 seconds before the brain did, which indicated the heart, the feelings, initiate the thoughts. And the other thing that's really cool is that 85% of the participants between 4 and 6 seconds before the image was even put on the screen, the heart monitor started to register one of those wave patterns. What? It's measuring our precognitive ability. We're on Earth, we're on the heart planet, it is the master nervous system. So let's recap. We're on Earth, it's the heart planet, it is our master nervous system. Number 2, it's the first nervous system that's developed in the fetus at 21 days. 3, it is our precognitive initiator and recorder, and it is the primary, the first responder, and the brain is the second responder. So, I want you to take a look at your lives and see where life is eating you up, or you're allowing it to eat you up. Such as, look at your work situation. Are you happy? Are you not so happy? Is that costing you your cell tissue? What about your friends? You like the people you're hanging out with? Or you don't? Or what about those debilitating thoughts you have and judgments about yourself? All of that eats away at your cell tissue. And then, oh, this is the big one. And if I can remember what it is, it'll be even bigger. It is those angry feelings, or those judgmental thoughts that we have about other people and situations in our lives. So I would bet you all, even if you had the best organic diet on the planet, in the long run, in the biggest scope of everything, it's really not what you're eating. It's what's eating you. And that's food for thought.
Thank you, Judith. Wow.